Hello everybody, my name is Ankit Sinha and I'm here to give my experience of my journey of getting an admission in IIM Ranchi as doctor student in the upcoming 2022 in the marketing specialization. Um, Firstly, I will divide this video in three parts. In first part, I will discuss my profile. Second, I will give you my interview experience, and third, I will give you some tips for getting to improve your chances on getting in the next year admissions. Firstly, as per my profile is concerned, I have born and brought up in Patna, Bihar. I have done my schooling completely from Patna and gone for my BSc Mathematics from Makkah University. I have done my MBA from Central University of Rajasthan in 2019, and after that I have worked with a couple of organizations. I have worked in Intergroup Technology Quotient as a relationship manager for more than 1 year, and also I have worked with IIM Amritsar and IIM Indore as an academic associate. I have done some certifications in UPI level 1, level 2 from Travel Board. Along with I have done some Google and TCS certifications, and I have done 3 internships in itcexampeer.com and Think India Bihar. Coming towards my motivations to do the PhD, I have started in the later year of my MBA. My late professor Ankit Sinha have motivated me to pursue a career in academia, and I have gone through that. Gone through that, and in that phase, soon after getting passed out from my PG, I got my placements in Intergroup Technology Quotient as a relationship manager. So in that, being in sales and marketing field, it's hard to have a time to pursue for the working for that score which is required for the application process, which is CAT or GRF. So I was going through that. Meanwhile I got that offer for my I'm Indore for the academic associate post. So I have gone for that, and I have after going in IIM Indore, I have learned a lot of things which has helped me a lot in the to come to this point. Firstly, I got to know what amount of effort I need to put in, what is the amount, how much score I need in CAT to get to some good calls, and how much what are the skill set which I required to during the interviews, which I have to reflect during my interviews. So these all things information helped me a lot. I just planned and mold myself towards that direction only, and I started working on that. So in the early 2021, I started for preparing for CAT along with the UGC NET as well. And for if you are aware of the eligibility criteria for IIMs, so all IIMs take CAT, GMAT, GRE, UGC NET, GRF scores. So my GMAT and GRE was not of my league because it's a higher application fee. So I was concerned with two examinations, whether I'm going for CAT or UGC NET. So I gone for both. So in some IIMs don't accept UGC NET score for marketing specialization, like IIM Ahmedabad and IIM Indore didn't accept UGC NET GRF score for marketing. So I was much focused on CAT exam. So I worked for the CAT exam and written the CAT 2021. I scored a decent percentile in that. After that, I have gone for that listing of IIM which I want to apply. So I have shortlisted 13 IIMs which in which I have to apply. Rest I have just left that because I don't want to pursue that. Pursue from there. So in the list of 13 IIMs, I applied all 13, and in 13 I got 8 interview calls. I didn't got call from ABC, Indore and Lucknow. Rest everywhere I get interview calls. So I got call from I'm Kochigo, I'm Ranchi, I'm Shillong, I'm Amritsar, I'm Nagpur, I'm Trichy, and I'm Udaipur. So I got all calls, uh, and going for that. For my first interview was of IIM Udaipur. It was a three-round interview. First is the written round, the second is area round, and third is the doctor committee round. The first in the written round, they give you a model, and you have to critique that model, and you give your inputs on that. So I have there was a model with two variables. I given some extra mediating and moderated variables in that model, and I have given some inputs on, and I have added some more variables in that model. So I got selected in that round, and in the second round it was the area round. In area round, it was a tough interview for me because it was the first PhD interview which I have given. And in that interview, what they are quite humble. They are willing to spend time with me, and they they were discussing. They are giving me ample opportunity to catch up. But still, I was not prepared much for that interview. So I will give you why the things happened, because in that interview I have given that research proposal, and in the research proposal, as you have certain 10, 20, 20, 25 um, references. They have just picked one reference and said that, Ankit, what's the methodology used in that particular paper which you have cited in your reference. So I was gone for the brief of particular all the research paper. So I am not prepared for the methodology part and their conclusion part of each of the 20 research paper which I have cited in my research proposal. Therefore, it was the lack of me which led to my rejection in that time. Udaipur. So in the next day, I got the mail that, Ankit, you are not being selected for the final round of doctor interview, doctor committee round. So I moved forward, and my second interview was from IIM Amritsar. It was a two-round interview. In the first round, they are RAT, research aptitude test, and the second round is the panel interview. The first round in the RAT syllabus is mixture of that. Your CAT syllabus plus UGC net research aptitude syllabus. If you merge that, is the complete syllabus of the RIT of IIM Amritsar. So I was prepared for those things because I was preparing for those two exams as well. So I have cleared that RIT round. Then the second round, it was in a panel interview. The three professors panel was there, and they was more they were revolving around that, Ankit, what is the research proposal, how it can help you, whether your research is relevant enough or not for the today's context, etc. They are revolve around some stats as well, and some conceptual things as well. I was assisted one AMR course in Indore, advanced marketing research course. So they have gone through that as well. What is factor analysis versus systematic analysis? I was, because it is supposed that I am have to be aware for those things. So I was aware of those things. So I have deliberately gone for that. Some I have marketing research concept, etc. I was aware because I have assisted there in I am Indore. Therefore, they have revolved around those things. I tackle those questions very well, and they were satisfied with my answer. And lastly they offered me admission as well. So I converted IIM Amritsar. Later, going for the third interview, it was the IIM Kashipur interview. So it was a very good interview which I have given in the whole journey. It was a cool interview. They have gone for my past experience, how you can relate those experience towards that further in your research part, etc. They gone through these elements, and these which lasted around 20-25 minutes. So I was sure that it was very nice interview. Then moving forward, I got that I am Kochikode interview. I was well prepared for that I am Kochikode interview because I have learned a lot from I am Udaipur interview, because I was completely gone for that every methodology of each paper which I've cited in the research proposal, but the things went in a different direction. First professor was more concerned on the stats part of my experience, my previous experience, which I have stated. In that I have assisted the courses in stats, so they more focus on the stats part. I have tackled those stats part, but the second professor more towards my motivation towards my motivation to pursue PhD, and the third professor was similar overall. She was looking for overall personality and everything they are looking on. So she even asked me some questions from history as well, because the interview went here and there, and it started for the discussion on history, my interest in history as well. So even they asked me the kings of who is the king of Chola Empire, etc. As well, it was quite surprising for me because I was not expecting this kind of question in the PhD interview in management area. So the interview went very bad, but I have to tackle everything is very well. But I got wetlisted there in for the wetlisting 4, and then moving forward, I gone for the process of IIM Trichy. It is for the 3-round process. In the first round, they they give you a research paper to read, and on the spot you have to read that, and you have to give the summary of that research and give some your inputs on that research paper. So in that round I cleared that round. In the second round, it was an area interview. It was also a grilling round, and they asked me conceptual questions and some marketing concept, etc. things, and I tackle those things. They are satisfied with my answers, and I was taken for the final round of doctoral committee round. And in doctoral committee round, there are 4 or 5 members committee, and they asked me my basically they are focused more on the motivation of my motivation towards doing a PhD. I have I tried my best to and comfortable them. Yeah, I have that motivation and skill set to pursue PhD. Though they were satisfied my interview, and later I converted IIM Trichy as well. Um, moving forward, moving forward to towards my next interview, it was from IIM Ranchi. IIM Ranchi takes interviews morely on they ask you for a research proposal and also a research presentation. So yeah, I have submitted my research proposal, and I have, then in on the 1 or 2 day before, they ask you for the uploading or your research proposal updated if you want. So I uploaded the previous thing which I already have, and then I have prepared a presentation on my research proposal. I have drawn some of my models which I have thought of things. I've drawn every model on a graph with I've shown with arrow and boxes. I showed that which variables is how they are impacting on the complete result and everything. I gone for that interview. They firstly asked me to present that PPT, so I presented that PPT towards them. So in that PPT, they I presented that PPT, and they asked me about why these models you consider relevant. It's a long used model. Ankit, how you can figure out these? Is this a lengthy model? So much variables, and how can you handle that things? So I said that I will go for a RCT method and everything. They asked me whether you are aware of experimental research. So I said I have tackled those things very well. So lastly, I have got that convert of Amritsar as well. So I have also interviewed. I'm Nagpur. It's also a 2 round interview, the area interviews and the doctor committee interviews. I have gone for those interviews as well. And I'm Shillong is 1 round interview in which two panel professors were there. So I have gone for that interviews as well. So meanwhile, every interviews was more or less on the same context and the same background. So moving forward, everything was mainly focused on the research proposal. Second, your motivation, and third, your skill set you require for that pursuing a PhD. These are the 3 main important things. Moving forward, what my idea is ki how you can because my profiles is is a average profiles for IIMs for PhD. To be honest, there are certain good profiles as well, but still I got good amount of interviews calls. So if I think that the thing matters is the overall balancing in your profile. So you should try to gain some extra knowledge about here and there, which are related to your PhD. Like if you can learn these marketing research concepts, go for this SPSS software, SAR software. If you can learn those things before coming to in the PhD, and you can reflect those knowledge in your interview, it will help you a lot. And second thing, which I suppose, if you are not working in somewhere, so try to get a position as a academic associate in any of the IIM. It will help you a lot. If you are not working on a higher pay salary, or if you are not working, to go for that academic associate position. It will help you a lot, because you can it is a very good profile, and it is also very recognized by the professor as well, and they will treat you that yeah, this person is very motivated towards going for PhD program. Therefore he is spending a time as an academic associate. So this position is very good if you are thinking to go for a academia. So this profile very help a lot. So if you are, if still possible, to go for that. And the second, I will give you that go for some concept, because they will grill you on the stats parts. So go for some books like Nilesh Malhotra, etc. And lastly, you should have some mentors with you, because everything is not a alone journey. It is not a PhD is not a lone journey. So you need some help. So mentors are extremely important. So my mentors were Yusuf sir, Ankur sir, etc. So Yusuf sir, Ankur sir, and Abhinav sir, etc. have helped me a lot. So you should have some mentors with you around there, to whom you can give your raw research proposal. They can modify it, and you can also take help from your professors in your previous universities. They can help you out, and after that inputs, if you refine those inputs and reflect those things in the interview and in your application process, you will automatically get shortlisted, and your chances of getting a convert as well also increases. So meanwhile, if you're planning for that, if you want to go for a PhD program, just dedicate yourself. If you are free, to go for some courses, like courses on some free or paid platforms for SPSS. Try to learn those concepts as well, because with this software you are also going to grasp the concept which is required for during your PhD as well. So if you possibly go for those concepts, find a mentor to whom you can rely, and you can take some inputs from them, and you can improve yourself, give some mock interviews with that mentor, and everything seems like everything will fall for you. So the things is, and also, even you have a great interview, even if you have a great interview on a particular IIM, it doesn't mean you will convert that IIM. So because these are quite complicated things. They will consider your past academics as well, your score as well, your interview performance as well, your amount of research papers you have published before coming towards the PhD programs as well. Overall aspects, your personality, everything, your motivation, everything gets a certain points, and on the basis of those certain parameters, a particular composite scores comes around, and then on that basis, the final offer scores. So if you are a great interview, it doesn't means it can be converted. It's a quite complicated procedure. So go with the flow and give your best every time. Try to give your best every time, and somehow, someday or later, you will definitely get some decent institutes for pursuing a PhD. And if you are helped, and these kind of things will help you a lot, because it's, if I can do it, you can also do it. But the thing is, you have to motivate yourself and have do your effort on the right path. Okay, thank you.